Feeling sluggish? Is your energy tanked? Well, Kiki Wellness can help. They specialize in TRT and HRT, otherwise known as low T, helping you unlock your potential. Personalized plans to get your hormones balanced and you feeling your best. Visit them at KitiWellness.com or at Kiti Wellness on Instagram. Kiti Wellness, unlock your potential.
You are now listening to the Happily Ever Banter podcast. Let's go!
The new trend is the summer is like drinking I think it's white wine or rosé and slicing up jalapenos and sticking in. That's like they said it's supposed to taste good, which I don't even know putting jalapeno in wine.
Jalapeno?
Yeah. Jalapeno.
Just one?
Just one.
In wine?
Well, that's the beginning of episode 73.
Welcome to Happily Ever Banter podcast, everyone. Uncle Dale and Kiki, episode 73.
That's right.
We just celebrated Father's Day.
That's right. It was a good one, right?
Dude, it was a good day.
We had sports.
We had basketball that morning. We got home around 12, and I sat my ass on the recliner for 6 hours straight watching the U.S. Open.
Talk about I was getting sleepy. I even took a nap. So did he.
Oh, man.
He said he only crashed for 2 holes. Maybe so.
So the owner of our company and my friend Jacob, we all work together. We have a group text, and I was texting later in the round. I'm like, dude, it's a crazy round. And the owner of my company sent me a screenshot of me sleeping. He's like, you sure you're watching? I'm like,
gotcha.
I know. I've had a feeling. I said, I bet she's going to take a picture of me sleeping.
It's a video.
I slept for 2.
He said 2 holes, which 2 holes can be, 30 minutes, 45 minutes with commercial breaks and stuff. So you had a good little nap.
Oh, it was good.
I fell asleep too. And I was like, do you realize how long you watched golf today? I didn't even do laundry. I mean, I had everything done. So I was like, I was lazy too, you know?
Yeah, check it was Mother's Day or something.
What was I supposed to do? Because everything was done.
Just go refold some clothes or something.
Yeah, go refill some clothes. I mean, I did wash some towels today. I was like, man, I'm going to relax too. And plus the weather wasn't the weather crummy yesterday? Yes, when we got out to go to dinner, remember?
Dude, it's been nasty for the last freaking week and a half. Shows the rest of the week gross too, but yeah.
We took them out to eat for Father's Day because I don't cook, so I was like, pick your restaurant you want to go to, and he told the kids, how about we go to Chipotle, guys?
I was like, Mom said pick where I like to go eat all the time.
I was like, we're not going to Chipotle, guys. We're going to a restaurant. We went to Delta Blues, which we haven't been there. I think it was since last year for your birthday, remember? Because I was like, man, we don't come here often. I was trying to think, it wasn't the last time we came, and I think it was your birthday.
Yeah. It's a busy month. We got, this Friday night, we got the Morgan Wallen concert. He kicks off his tour in Houston, so we'll be there the first night.
I can't wait. You know me, I bought a new outfit for the concert.
She's got to.
See, I told you.
She got to spend money.
Yep. And I got me
some new shoes.
I got me a new necklace to wear. It's called the bandana necklaces with a charm on it. That's the thing.
I can't wait to see it.
And it better look good. And then I got my boots, which I already have boots. So,
well, I had an idea.
Which I do with you in blue today with 2 different textures, camo blue and spotted blue.
It's all right.
What's your idea?
Well, I was thinking about. I seen a comment that made me think about things on YouTube. One day, it's like, hey, you'd probably be better off getting sponsors if you have more of a we don't have really a niche for our podcast.
Okay.
Like it's us. We talk and we have other couples on, but when it's just us, we don't really have like something we always do.
Yeah.
So it made me start thinking about that. I was like, oh man. So I got on Google Voice app, and I got us a number set up so people could call it and you go straight to a voicemail, and they can leave comments, questions, whatever. So we can get. So I'm gonna release this number later, so you can have this number and you can call in. Like after the show, we need to record a voicemail for it.
Okay.
But they can call in and ask questions. Just tell us something or whatever, and then we can read question statements, hypotheticals, whatever they want us to add, kind of like maybe like a relationship advice,
because I know sometimes
sex, anything they want to ask, and then we can, we'll give them a shout on the show, and there'll be a reason for us that we'll answer these questions, and it'll kind of give us some stuff to talk about, and kind of we can approach it from our end how we want to answer it.
Yeah, because half the time, sometimes it's the same questions over and over that people comment on and ask.
I mean, like I said, we just
well, then like you said, the first time it's just like Magnus said, sometimes it's the first time that somebody hears our podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan says the same story every time. Every
well, sometimes when I bring up the story,
mountain lion, I mean, it's always. I mean, and I've heard them all because I listen to all the episodes. But like, he always preps it. I know I've said the story before, but he does it all the time.
But sometimes when I say something, you're like, all right, especially when I say we're running over tractor, you're like, here we go again. Yeah, I mean,
that's not a story. That's just annoying.
No, it's not.
It is.
That is not annoying, Dale.
It is to me.
Okay.
It's a pet peeve.
That's not a pet peeve.
It
well,
is
I mean,
too,
I was.
40 years ago. It was a long time.
Not 40 years ago, Dale. We graduated in 2001, so do the math on that.
Oh, you do the math.
Probably
Don't cheat, Magnus.
20-something years ago.
20-something, that's in the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
Next year will be our 20.
We graduated in 01.
Next year will be our 25th
See, told
reunion.
You don't hear. It's funny because like when you graduate, you always hear like the 10-year reunion, but I don't even know if we heard anything on the 20th year reunion.
We did a 20th.
I don't know if I guess.
What's like cooler now? We like to party.
Things never change.
I know. And then I know one of my friends, I messaged her the other day about something I always picked on her about. And she said, we need to start planning our 25th reunion.
So you have a 20-year reunion and 25th?
Yeah. I mean, you can have whatever you want. We might have a 26 after that, too.
I'm sure we did, but 10-year reunion, people were still the same. Like you went, there was still a huge crowd. It's kind of good to catch up with everybody, but, it's like now we're all in our 40s.
Well, everybody's got kids.
Yeah, kids.
Life has changed.
Yeah. We're all
some people have been divorced by now, and their second or third marriages at 40 years old. I mean,
yeah, some people have never had kids before, and they're just now having kids.
That tgive
Could you imagine? Heck, no.
Speaking of that, I turned 42 on the 30th, so if any fans out there want to send birthday presents, I'll give you Magnus's address. You can send it there.
It's going to end up there anyway.
He'll end up getting it.
If I can turn back time.
Wow. Well, I got a quick ad read about Essentials Health, and Kiki kicked it off with some beautiful singing. But hey, what if you could turn back the clock on your organs? Essentials Health bioregular peptides offer a potential pathway to support cellular health and potential reverse biological aging. If you're serious about optimizing your well-being, research bioregular peptides and visit essentialshealth.com. But yeah, so that's coming up. We're gonna plan a night out.
That's right. It's gonna be fun.
But yeah, so I made that number.
Cool. I guess
I made that number, so we need to make a. So I figure we do like a little video talking about it. We can put it out there, start sharing it to where people can call it. It's set to where it goes straight to voicemail, so you can just call and leave voicemail, then it sends it to us.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting to do that, but in the meantime, I was on ChatGPT just kind of talking through some things, and so it gave me some like fake call-in questions to kind of go over. So I had some that I had printed out that can kind of be fun to give advice on.
Okay.
So figured to do something like that. But I think that'd be a good thing. We want to get people involved, and then, like I said, I want to ask some, serious, funny,
because you'll be
crazy questions.
If you have social medias, drop us your handle. So like when we answer, we'll be like, "Hey, Shelly from Shelly123 at Hot Mess said called in and asked this question."
Her.
I'm just saying that.
She's in a bikini on her profile pic.
Okay, I thought it was the hot fetish person, hottest feet person.
What? No, we do have a guy. Crystal's got shoes on. I'm sorry, bro.
I know. And last time I was barefoot, I had a blanket on. He loves feet. Should I take my shoes off?
Hey.
He was mad about that blanket.
Hey, I'll message him. If he wants some feet pictures, I'll send him some of Kiki's feet pictures for a price.
Exactly.
He can PayPal me.
Yeah. And I just got
Venmo,
he'd probably love them right now because I just got them done Sunday, my nails and toes, so they're nice and smooth too.
So you get your nails and your toes done?
Yes.
And your toenails?
Yes. I've always done that.
You mean your nails on your hands?
I said my nails and my toes.
Oh, we should say fingernails and toenails.
We don't say that. We say toes and nails. We actually say
confusing.
you get your nails, you get your toes and pedicure. Nails and petty.
Manny and petty is what we say.
I do have something to say. I bit my nails for years. I've recently started reading a book called Atomic Habits. And so I haven't bit my nails in a week and a half.
Yeah, he's so proud of that. But so I think over the weekend you had your nails in your mouth.
No,
you had them right here.
I didn't, but I didn't bite my nails.
Yeah, that's a hard habit to break.
No, I know, but I mean, like I said, I'm going to try to see if I can. My nails always hurt because I bite my nails so short.
No, I don't. They're so they're so flat. Like I don't even know how you get to them. Like your fingers and things are they're flat. So I don't know how you find time to get your teeth to your nails. No, I'm saying I don't know how you get your nails to that when they're so flat.
You want to cook a beef, chicken, or pork dish?
I'm not a big fan of pork.
Me neither.
So
I'm texting Cajun Ninja. We haven't done the cooking with Kiki yet, but I'm asking Cajun Ninja for a recipe from his book that she should start with. So he was asking me some questions, meat or seafood, beef, chicken, or pork, something easy. I'm like, yeah.
Kids don't really eat seafood, so they would have to just be chicken, I mean, or I can be something fancy and do freaking shrimp. Go buy some frozen shrimp from HEB, and if it's not good,
you got to catch them.
No, I'm just saying if it's not.
This is farm to table.
Where are we going to go fish? Where are we going to go shrimping?
Oh, dude, we live on the Gulf Coast.
Galveston.
Yeah, just go offshore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Get your waders on and get at it. I got a friend that knows a shrimper. I can put you on that boat. Magnus can go in there with you. Yeah. I'll wait for y'all to cook my meal.
Like, I don't know what you can make with shrimp.
Now all of a sudden she can't.
Oh, shrimp's out now.
No, I'm just saying shrimp fettuccine, shrimp. There's not that much you can do.
Fettuccine?
Yeah,
Fettuccine.
Okay.
There's not that much you can do with shrimp. You've never seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Kinsey likes
Bull shrimp, broil shrimp, saute shrimp, barbecue shrimp.
Kinsey likes the shrimp
Dijon
with
shrimp
with the noodles and stuff in it, like an angel hair pasta type thing.
Yep.
Just whatever it is, I'm gonna put 100% effort in it. I'm gonna follow the recipe. It's going to be good because I don't want to throw money away that we buy. Because if it is seafood, that's expensive. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean, anything you spend is going to be about $50 on a dish. I
cooked tacos tonight. By the time I bought everything, it was already $48. I mean, I could have just freaking bought some tacos.
It costs that much just to buy ground meat.
By the time I bought the ground meat, all the stuff with it, and then Kenzie's
pimple patches
that was $13.
Yeah, it was probably more expensive at HEB, but she needs them. She swears by them.
All right, so here's one. Here's from the fun and playful questions. Let's just think about this as somebody calls in, like what was that old lady that used to be on the radio?
Oh, Delilah.
Yeah. That's the song request.
No, Delilah loves someone tonight. Yeah, it was a song request. You call and made love songs.
That's what I'm saying.
Sunny? Like on Sunny 99?
I don't know. So, okay, first question. I'll let Kiki answer this first.
I hate I always have to go first.
I can't. I'm already reading the freaking question.
Before we get started, I remember we used to do the call-ins.
We already talked about this before.
We did?
Yep.
Okay, but this is the first time somebody's listening, Dale. Okay, let me ask you the first question. Give it here.
No, because you don't know what question I'm going to ask. My partner says I love you 10 times a day. I'm more of a once-a-day person. Who's right?
I mean, who's right? So, I know there's some people that like I love you is a strong word, so there's some people that just say I love you, but when you say it, it's meaningful. So, we're pretty good about telling each other we love each other more than once, and it's not like I'm just saying it because it's a habit. I'm saying it because I really do love you.
I'm more of a habit. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I was going to say, that's as close as I've heard Kiki complimenting you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're all good. Even with our kids and stuff, we're all good about saying I love you. As far as in our family setting, us four. But it's funny, whenever we go to be around our family, my sisters and stuff, we'll hug each other. And I don't think we've ever said
Nick, I love him every time
I don't think we've ever said I love you face to face, but we'll say it on a text message. We probably have before, but it's not like, oh my God, I love you, good to see you, like that. You know what I'm saying? But in a text message, you say, happy birthday, I love you. I love y'all,
Well, it's easier to do it in text because it's not as personal.
Yeah.
So you don't tell your sisters that you love them, and they don't tell you
No.
in person?
Mm-mm.
I tell my brother that I love him.
I think it's just also a setting of growing up too,
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's funny. So rewind to yesterday. I called my dad yesterday morning for Father's Day. And I'm not knocking the guy at all, but I don't think I've ever heard him say, and I don't remember ever saying I love you to him my whole life. Like, I don't.
So yesterday, did he say it?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but listen, I'm getting to the story. So I never did. I've never, I guess it's like a typical that age group of men. It just wasn't. I didn't experience that. I think that's why I'm more overly affectionate and loving towards people because of what you didn't have.
Yeah.
But he talked to Bronson yesterday on the phone, and they were talking blah blah blah. And then I heard Bronson say, "I love you too." So he told Bronson on the phone, which was cool. I was like, I was like, oh shit, the old man's softening up, dude.
He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I didn't hear him, but I heard Bronson
say,
"I love you." Yeah, I love you too.
Yeah, I texted my dad, happy Father's Day, I love you. He wrote back, thanks, John.
I wish you said, who's this? Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
And then I saw him and I told him in person.
But yeah, so
What'd he say?
Dinner's getting ready.
I think that I think
it's got to be that generation.
that's a generation. Like I said, I'm not knocking him for it, but I never had that. I never said that to him. Obviously, I have me and my mom. I have, still do, but it's like, it's just, I think that's just a generation of men, and it's macho, and especially 80s 90s dads. It's just the stereotypical, not of men weren't showing emotion. It ain't nothing like it is now at all this woke BS stuff that you see, but it's just so I think that's why I do it more, because of what I didn't have or see.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool that I didn't hear it, but I know Bronson said it back to him, so he said it to Bronson.
He said it to Bronson.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought it was neat to
So I think it's kind of not strange, but like that might be like a question to just hear from people, like, how many times do you tell somebody you love them,
Oh, we called Bronson texting his girlfriend saying he's got a girlfriend, he's 12.
Oh my God, yes. So
this is a whole other part to this question. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I spot check, and so he was like, I love you. So I had to tell him, I was like, Bronson, you cannot. He's told her like 2 or 3 times. So I told him the other day, I sat down, I said, hey, this girl, that's your friend or whatever, do not tell her you love her again. And I had to explain like what love is. It's just, a feeling is like, what is love? Like, you love us. You know that feeling. You tell us I love you, Do you love her like that? No. So don't say it. I think it just, I don't know. She's saying it.
We told him to say paperclip.
Paperclip.
Exactly.
But so, yeah. So,
but a lot of kids do that. They don't know. It's just a societal thing, but they don't get what that means.
Yeah, because like we even have our older niece, Lily, same thing. She tells everybody she loves them. So same thing. Remember Nick had the conversation to her, like, love is a strong word for you to say. Like he'll realize later on, but right now, like you're young, you don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just
funny because they're like,
that just came up.
Yeah, like, good morning, beautiful. How did you sleep? It's so silly. It's just funny. It's like so innocent. It's just funny. But yeah, so he understood now. I was like, you cannot say you love her. So he understood when I explained it,
Yeah.
It could have just been one of her other friends saying that my boyfriend's telling me he loves him. So is yours telling you he loves you? Please tell me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean much,
Yeah.
but it is good to tell the kids, like, hey, this is it's a strong thing to say, and you're 12, and it's like, it's, you don't know it, like it's like Forrest Gump, you don't know what love is, you don't understand it yet.
I would always well, the Bible says to greet people with a kiss, so we're supposed to kiss and love.
Oh, I kiss you every time I see you, dude. I'm glad you shaved his beard down. But yeah, so that's actually a good question. Here's another one. Do we have to like each other's friends? Like somebody called and asked that.
No, we do not have to like each other's friends.
No?
Nope. I don't think so. I mean, hopefully I didn't answer that too quick.
I mean, Crystal didn't like Vaughn, dude.
No, you don't have to like each other's friends, but
I told you,
but
you need to be cordial though.
Yes.
Like, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Just.
But so overall, okay, now we're dropping Vaughn's name. Okay.
No, I was just joking, but
are we? No, I'm kidding.
I'm just saying I wouldn't mean it like trying to stir the pot. I'm just saying that you weren't a big fan of Vaughn's. I'll just say that.
Right.
And so, but like I said, hey, even if you don't agree or whatever with something, it's your spouse's friends.
Yeah.
You can't just like be an a-hole to them unless they did something, they did you wrong or whatever. But then that could go back to your spouse.
But so overall, we really don't have too many people that we don't not like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of our friends
are married. You know,
we're friends with the guys are all good friends. The wives are, either. I mean, some of my best friends I grew up with, Crystal became really good friends with their wives, and then obviously friends we met here. We somebody you may have met or I may have met, then we introduced the spouses, kind of like how me and Jacob met. Me and him were best friends from day one, and then we eventually met you and Sam met, and we've had a bunch of fun over the years. I mean, it's been about 11 years together, and y'all became really good friends. So I think it's healthy for a relationship to be friends. At the minimum, be cordial if you don't like somebody, because that can make it tough for friends and spouses, and it's just you don't want it to be weird if somebody around and feel like they're not welcomed or
but then sometimes they kind of like play with your mind, you know what I'm saying, like try to be cool, try to be funny. That's a whole nother story and subject, but so we answered that question. What about you?
I just answered it.
Okay.
How do we pick shows to binge without starting a fight? And that's tough, dude, because there's some stuff Crystal watches I'm not going to watch.
Right. So, so I don't mind, like there's certain things I'll look and be like, that we should binge or watch. And so she
watches that when I'm not here, which makes it nice.
There's a handful that I was like, oh, it's a chick flick. But then there was one of them, I was like, oh, man, we need to watch this together because I know we'll like it. I don't know which one it was. We just watched it together and we really liked it. I don't even remember the name of it. I don't know. So majority on Netflix, we try to find something, or Apple TV.
I mean, if you're using that as time to spend time with each other, obviously you need to make some concessions or find something that you both like. I don't think we never fought over something we're trying to binge watch. We don't watch enough TV. You watch more during the day when I'm not here.
Yeah.
And then I watch documentaries, but I watch that on the weekends whenever you're sleeping. So
it's easier to find chick flick movies, but there's a lot of movies that we watched together. I'm trying to think of that one that we just finished and we just watched together, because I was like, I waited for you because I was like, I know you would like it. I don't even remember. I have to go back and look at my.
That was the one with the murder at the
the
Hampton house.
The Perfect Couple.
Yeah,
with Nicole Kidman.
That was actually a really good show to binge watch.
Yes, that was a good one together.
They got the second season coming out, I think.
Yeah, so, that was it.
Yeah.
9 Perfect Strangers?
No, The Perfect Couple.
The Perfect Couple.
With Nicole Kidman.
Oh, she's also in another series.
Oh,
okay.
That's weird.
Let's see. He never... okay, this is relationship advice style questions. He never plans dates. How do I get him to take initiative without nagging?
Well, damn. Well, I mean, that's kind of a hard question to answer because, like, I mean, we're pretty good about doing date nights, and I never have to nag you to do a date night. It's kind of like funny, like, now I think sometimes, like, you read my mind, like, if we haven't done one in a while, like, you'll be like, hey, you want to go to dinner tonight? And I'm like, dang, man, I was just thinking that. Same thing, like, sometimes.
Really, or you just...
No, and then sometimes, like, at a restaurant I'm thinking about, and you say, I'm like, I was just saying we should have went and did this, but yeah. we have good intuition together. We've been together for so long, so we kind of.
Yeah, I think date nights are important. I know you and your wife, y'all have scheduled date nights because he's got 6 kids, so it's not like y'all can just go on. They're not old enough to just go on a whim.
Which I think it's so important.
You got to plan yours, obviously.
Yeah,
it's not as easy.
Our kids are old enough now to where like they don't want to go with us anywhere. Seems like so. It's like
we have to make them because
like,
they're getting old.
The other night we had dinner. We're like, all right, we're going to dinner. Y'all come with us? No. I was like, all right, well, y'all eating at home. I'm not door dashing y'all food. I'm not buying food. Like y'all figure it out. If y'all ain't coming,
yeah,
there it is.
And then plus they're both at front, so it gets a little bit harder. So we do have more date nights. But I'm talking about, date night's just a date. Like if we just go Chipotle, that could be just like a mini date, But like a date night to me, it's like going out, going to a nice dinner, having a bottle of wine, just dressing cute, not just going like this. Because there's times we'll just go grab a bite and we'll just go like this, and have some margaritas.
Yeah, Crystal's wearing the same clothes from 9 a.m. workout at 10 o'clock at night, eating dinner.
I know, and I hate when I get busted like I'm riding dirty, and who cares, guys?
Yeah, I mean, date nights are important. I think you got to make sure you make that time to connect.
Because there's a lot of people. I mean,
we had friends that didn't do date nights.
That didn't do it,
like,
yeah.
Man.
I mean, I was like, that's so important, like just to get away, just y'all two.
You got to be able to connect outside of your normal.
Right.
Like, we're busy during the week doing stuff. We always have things going on with the kids. Obviously, that's your main priority. But, your relationship's got to stay healthy. So doing dates and showing your spouse some love, like I said, yeah, you shouldn't have to nag them to do that, like this question asked. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll say they would just take the lead and you plan something. Maybe they don't know. They don't know what to do. Maybe they're just not.
Yeah, that could be it too. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's my partner's love language is physical touch, but I'm not touchy. Help. Well, no, we have 2 different love languages. I know that.
Yeah, we do.
I think mine's the words of affirmation big one,
yeah.
and I don't get the words of affirmation. So that's where I think that would be more of this question.
But I think also it goes back to whenever we're like a childhood. You know what I'm saying? 100%, not showing like affection and saying I love you to everybody. I think it does stem from childhood. It's not like I don't love you. I love you with all my heart. It's not like I'm sorry I don't show you, like I'm talking about like touchy feely, go behind and grab your butt or slap it or, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not so much. Mine's more words of affirmation is different. That's the compliments.
Oh,
that's the like.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I guess I just always just been so shy. I don't know. And you're like shy after so many years. Like I think that one time I gave you a compliment, I got hot.
That one time.
Exactly. That one time.
Not that one time.
Made her feel too weird.
Why don't you compliment him and I'll trim that audio out and I'll just let him. I'll send it to him so he can listen to it when he wants to.
Yeah, I'll play it on repeat. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of couples that are different love languages, different sex drives, different. There's a lot of different things, and unless you're trying to work on it, it's always going to be that. And if you, so like I don't like I ask you a lot of times like, hey, what but I was like, you can't
expect.
Well, you can't be upset or feel bad for expectations you set on somebody. That's not going to do it, even though I've asked you for 23 years. You got to have to deal with it. I mean, you're not changing now.
That's just me.
I know. She checks my location 24/7. Is that love or control? Ooh, dang.
Dang. I think back then in our dating stage, how do we check or something? I can't remember. No, I do not check his location 24/7. Yeah, we all have our location on there, but I'm not like psycho freak checking every 30.
Where are you at?
Where are you at? No, absolutely not.
No,
I mean, I guess if you're in I guess it depends on what stage of life you're in too.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have a level of
trust.
Of trust, obviously, unless your spouse did something for that to not happen. I could see where that would be a problem, or if you're suspecting something or whatever. But
I know it's funny because anytime we're out and about, like even the kids just check us and they'll be like, "Daddy was down in wherever," where do you travel?
I mean, all over, but
I know.
Yeah,
Just
Dale
what-
travels a lot.
Yeah, but it was just funny, and then Ken's just like, "Where are you at the mall? Like, are you kidding me? Like,
oh, it drives me crazy.
she's like, yeah, since you're,
pick me up?
See what you're by Crumble Cookie. Can you stop
Can
by
you-
there? Hell
yeah,
no.
we're like, oh my
$40
God,
for
yeah.
6 cookies, dude. Get out of here.
yeah, or what are you doing getting your nails done? I want my nails done too, like stuff like that. Oh my God, the kids sometimes it's almost kind of bad enough for the kids because you want to at least know where they are, but they want, but we have that with our other friends too, the same thing, they're like, what are you doing here? I want to go here. I want to do this, But I'm saying as far as answering your question, no.
I mean, some people are very jealous people,
Yeah.
and I get it, but it's like it can't be healthy for a relationship if you're checking and then questioning them on top of that.
And it shouldn't be not to have it, like we have it. Cause I mean, like if you can't, there's ways, like if you can't, you can alert them too, like same thing for like the kids. If we know where we're at, but they're not answering, we can alert them,
I mean, for kids it's good because,
Yeah.
I mean, our kids are all over the place, especially in the neighborhood, so that's not a deal. That's a parenting thing. We're talking about like spouses.
Spouses, yeah.
Well, for me, I'll get a text from Chelsea with the little eyes, like the side eyes, if I haven't checked in with her for a while. And she's like, hey, what are you doing there? And I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah, I had to make a few stops. Like I'm saying, I'm going to go get a haircut and then come home. And then I'm in North Houston or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, what's going on?
Drug deal.
I'm sure that's happened before. Like I'm coming home. Oh, then I stopped to the mall to get this or, I'm sure. I mean, I can't,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I rarely look at that.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's more so for the kids.
What's the question again? I forgot.
She checks my location
Okay,
24/7. Is that love or control?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, she's checking your location 24/7. That's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
It's kind of
Yeah, there's no trust there.
no
Yeah.
zero.
I'll say-
Unless you screwed up, bro. That's
Unless
on
they've
you,
been dating
man.
forever and she's wanting that ring, and so she's tracking to see if he's at a jewelry store.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos lately where a guy will be sitting in a bar FaceTiming his girlfriend, and she's just sitting there staring at him while he's just like hanging out with the boys. It's like she don't trust him at all.
Oh, I actually have a question. Chelsea actually called right this question. He won't stop playing Xbox. Is it me problem or him problem?
She really did.
We don't play Xbox.
I play on my PC, so I know that's not Chelsea.
She knows the difference.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not all about that life, so I hate to put you down, but no, sir.
Well, Magnus plays when she's asleep.
Okay, as long as
Like
you
a
play
real
when she's
gamer.
asleep. Okay. Yeah, like a real gamer. You stay up all night, so you sleep during the day.
Oh, dude, he's got to get
Yeah.
them wins, battle royales.
And Crowns aren't going to stack themselves.
That's right.
I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of guys. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people that are gamers. I think girls too. You know?
There is.
I just don't know.
Chelsea and I used to game a lot together. We played like the American Idol and Rock Band, Guitar Hero and stuff. And I quit gaming for years and then just got on Fortnite and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I try to, and what I really try to do is just get all the battle pass done real quick, and then
Yeah.
it's no rush.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it takes a while. It's probably nice whenever you went on a cruise and didn't have any playtime.
Oh, I played on my phone.
Oh my Lord.
Dude,
Magnus.
he's addicted.
That's addicted. The only time I got
Look,
addicted.
he's shaking right now because he ain't got his controller in his hand.
I did my daily quest, and then we went back to.
I forgot what.
cruise.
Usually there's like apps you play on your phone like, or games, and sometimes you get addicted to that playing. But that's just like a night thing, or if you got nothing to do, you're playing it. You know?
Here's one I skipped over. Are joint social media accounts a red flag?
We don't have joy. Oh well.
No, somebody's asking
okay.
that question.
Oh, if you call it in.
think it's a little weird. I think it's weird for me because I always tell people to have a birthday, and they're like, I don't know whose whose birthday it is that day. So it's like it throws me off. But
Yeah.
you know, they make fun of that, like, oh, one of them cheated, so they have a joint account. So
Yeah, I mean that's the worst case scenario. What I usually see is the woman is the one that really wants to be the social butterfly, and the husband
Yeah,
is
and
very
so-
introverted and it's like, oh, if you want to get a hold of my friend Manny, you got it.
Or if he just wants to just log on, or if he just wants to log on and look and leave. Because some men probably aren't all into that, and they just want to just look and see what's going on. You know, see people. I don't know.
it doesn't bother me at all. But you do see it. It's it doesn't bother me one bit. You know.
But yeah, if you get into a relationship and you've had a whole bunch of previous relationships and you didn't delete all of your old girlfriends or past relationships.
Well, hey,
your girlfriend's
you gotta keep your options open, dude. Yeah, it's like I said, that doesn't bother me. But I mean, we're more active on social media, so it's like we would never do that. But it's,
because we just too much going on. You know what I'm saying?
I guess our TikTok's a joint account. It's just a family account thing. It's not like it's like
it's titled The Mills Family.
Yeah. So that's not really like one of those things to where. But yeah, I think it's just teach their own with that. That's unless you did it for a certain reason, because if you can see if people message them or whatever.
That's just like another question people calling. Hey, so do you think if you're married, you should have a joint checking account or not joint checking account? Because there's people out there that
we answered that before on here
that don't have that have two separates, and some of them that do have joint separate.
Venmoing each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's some people that then there's some nurses that graduate, they do all this schooling, then they're not a nurse and they just want to just keep it with their license, because if something were to happen, they would have backup. But who's going to want to hire you if you haven't worked in the last 15, 20 years? You know what I'm saying? But that has nothing to do with the bank account thing.
One of them was should the spouses know each other's passcode to their phone?
I mean, we know everybody's.
I know
it doesn't
Magnus
bother me.
6969. It's Magnus.
Remind me to change my
code. No, that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me. Yeah.
That's one of the things I think when you're dating early, I think that's one of those things you kind of, it's a little bit more of a trust thing.
Y'all seen those videos where it's like a man on the street interview and they go up to couples and like, let's look at each other's phones, like unlock your phone and I'm going to go through your DMs.
Oh,
and
really?
Like guys get caught or girls get caught.
Dang.
No, I'm like, just feel free.
Yeah, no.
Well, y'all are a little different because y'all probably get fans sending weird stuff.
Yeah.
Versus
it's
the normal person.
It's not often.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you have, obviously, but like I said, it's, I think that's another trust thing. As long as they're not going behind your back every time you put it down and like trying to, like, come on, dude, it's a little too much.
Yeah.
Chris used to do that to me every once in a while.
We were dating.
Even when we were married. Who is this that you talking to? I'm like, I went to school with this, like, somebody will like a picture that she don't know. I'm like, you asked me that 14 other times. This such and such.
I used to do that.
Yeah, I'm like, calm down.
Peanut butter and jealous.
Calm down.
Yeah. I admit, I used to do that.
Which is, it was fine. But I was like, I ain't got nothing to hide. But like I said, I know I think there's some people out there that may not know their spouse's passcode. That's their own deal.
Well, I mean, this is a change subject too, but so like the kids have passcodes on their phone. So like sometimes their friends are like, what's your passcode? But you got to, in their case, I'm like, do not, this is your phone. That's not their phone, because you don't know what kids can do nowadays with, if they want your But so in that case, friends wise, no.
No. I mean, this is more.
I know, but I'm changing the scenario. What, if somebody's calling in, they might ask that question too,
Oh, one time I was sleeping, Crystal hit my phone, did my FaceTime, my face unlocked.
I did not. It probably wouldn't recognize if your eyes were closed. Does it even do that? Wait, let me see.
Yes, it does.
I don't think it does if your eyes are closed.
Let's see. Here, let me do it.
Okay, let me do it. I was about to say.
All right, Crystal, well, you got to be drooling like you normally do when you sleep.
I don't drool.
Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's test this theory.
Did it work?
Hold on. Nope.
See, it's so crazy.
No, she put my eyes open that time. I was like, what are you doing?
He would jump out of bed so fast.
Yeah, so if you get arrested, you don't want the cops opening up your phone. Keep your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell the cops, I can't open my eyes. I can't open my eyes.
That's funny. Let's see.
So funny.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. These other ones are kind of dumb. This was kind of funny. My wife claps when the plane lands. Should I divorce her?
She claps.
Red flag.
I'll tell you what's so weird. So to me, I don't know why I do this, because they get on the plane, they're like, they'll say of this, your travel time is 2 hours and 34 minutes. So as soon as we take off, take off means I know we're taking off, but I'm talking about once we get that first elevation on plane, I hit my timer. Click.
I was like, all you do is follow the flight tracker.
I know. I don't know. I know. I realize that, but that because the times changed. The time
flight tracker doesn't change. It shows exactly where you're at.
I know, but so I've always do it. So I press it. Okay, 2 hours because
you fact check them when you tell them that's bullshit.
And you say you're not a Karen.
I'm saying that's because time.
That's pure Karen.
I think it's more so of a time zone thing, because sometimes time changes.
But that doesn't change the travel time.
I don't know. I don't know.
And your phone automatically updates the time.
I know, because I guess sometimes if you're doing the air, sometimes the app doesn't work. So I realized that how long we're traveling for. Yeah, I always do that.
What are you going to do with that information?
I just see how much longer we're up in the air.
Just a fact checker.
Yeah.
Captain, well, we were 3 minutes.
Oh, she stops at the cockpit on the way out. Like, hey,
Steve, come on.
I want my 3 minutes back.
Yeah, because sometimes we get there 10, 15 minutes faster than what it said.
Most times you do, your flight time is actually usually shorter.
I've always done that. I've always just click it, and then when we land.
No, we landed like 45 minutes early on our flight to LAX. And we sat there on the taxi and runway waiting for a gate to open up for 45 minutes.
Wow.
All that made up time. We just sat there.
I know, what a waste. Of course, I would have stopped the clock.
Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I want my 35 minutes back.
I don't know why I started doing that. It's just so I know.
Yeah, I don't remember being on many flights. I mean, I've clapped on planes when they land just to be an idiot.
Oh, yeah, like they'll be like, if you're like, you've reached Cancun or you reached Mexico. Yeah, like that, because you're here to party,
Yeah.
You don't clap like that when you land in O'Hare?
Yeah, no.
Where's O'Hare Airport?
I don't know.
Take a guess. Don't tell her.
I don't know. Probably
Big city. Up north.
New York.
Nope.
New Jersey.
Nope.
Canada.
No. Chicago.
Chicago.
You should know that just from watching Home Alone.
That's old.
We watch it every year.
Dude, that movie is like so tied to Christmas for my son. He plays a game that's like a Home Alone game. He's like, I'm going to play Christmas.
Play the Christmas game.
So funny. It's so tied to it.
Dude.
Christmas classic.
It is. It's one show I'll watch every year. That and Elf.
Yes, Elf. I know. The shower scene just gets me every time.
Oh, that's good.
Zoe singing.
Yeah. Every time. It's so good. That show just never gets old at all. Just recently we watched Dirty Dancing was on. And then then it came on later that day, and I rewatched it again. So Dale came in. It was on the same part where he picked up and watched it. I was like, I don't know why I'm watching this back to back, but it's a good show, right?
Yep. Would you rather forget your anniversary or their birthday? I think now with social media, dude, it should be, yeah. If you got Facebook, dude, it tells you birthdays.
Tells you birthday, yeah. It doesn't tell you anniversary.
You got. I mean, some people just aren't. I'm telling you, growing up, my dad wouldn't. I'd be like waiting for him to like call me for his birthday, and he wouldn't. But it just was not on his radar, dude. Because I would call him on his birthday, like, oh shit, that's the day. Like,
yeah,
he just does not care about any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was me, like expecting something that I knew was probably going to happen. I let myself down as a kid, it sucks. I think I talk about that. I think that's why I'm more of a big stickler for, like, I make these birthday videos, and there's people, like most people I'll call them personally instead of texting. And most people are like, oh man, I appreciate that. I got plenty of texts, but you don't give me phone calls, so I think that's what's made me, like, not intentionally, but I think that from my mind, I make sure that's more important for people because I guess I didn't,
Yeah, because you want people to feel special on both on every occasion.
But social media helps with that because, like I said, man, it's like
it'll alert you.
Every morning I get up, I look at memories and I look at birthdays, so I know if I got somebody I got to make a video for or somebody I got to call. Like, dude, that's
I do the same thing too because mine will pop up on. You can set it up on your Facebook thing, birthday thing. So, and then I'll just click happy birthday. Just and even if I haven't talked to them ever, and they're still my friend, I still tell them happy birthday. You know, because it's just a nice gesture. I just don't like when y'all tag me because I appreciate it, but I'm gonna remove the tag because I don't want that on my page.
Oh God. I love doing like I said, I do those birthday videos, but like my favorite thing about doing those is I'll text somebody on their birthday and they're like, dude, I wait for this every year to see what you're gonna make. And that makes me feel I like that feeling of what that brings them. You know, there's some people I had one buddy text me one day, like 2 days later. I remember I seen his birthday and something happened.
You forgot.
And he texted me, he's like, man, I didn't get a birthday video this year. I'm like, dude, I said, I feel so freaking bad, bro. Like, you don't understand how much that bothers me that because he was like, man, I wait on that every year. I'm like, dude, I felt like a turd. But I know, like I said, those videos are funny.
Like you took over the CrossFit page because everybody knows that.
Yeah, I'm
the birthday videos.
Dude, hey, we get new members, Magnus, at the gym. Like one time we had a big influx of people. I was like, what's your birthday? I was asking. So now I'm friends with like pretty much everybody in the gym, even though I don't really talk too much. So I know when their birthday is. And on our CrossFit member page, I took over that past few years. I do all the birthday videos and they're so fun because I make some of them that are like
funny.
Really funny.
Some of them you can't share publicly.
And if I know them really well, that's when I can make a real good video to where it's kind of like crossing the line. So like it's kind of more personal or something happened. Or if something big kind of happens in the gym, I'll make something. And oh, dude, man, those things are a hit.
Yeah, it's funny.
Every year. But yeah, I think, I mean, it's got to suck for your spouse if you get a birthday for sure. Anniversary. I could see that happening if you're like busy people and things like that. You know, I've had people that have been together so long, they're like, oh man, it's our anniversary day, you know, or something like that.
I guess if that
can happen more than I would rather. I think a birthday would be tougher to forget than an anniversary. But obviously, I mean, like I said, I'm good at remembering dates and things, so that's not a problem of ours. But I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah, Dale still remembers every year the date that we first went out. What was it, April 13th?
2022.
He's like, I bet, like this year, he's like, I bet you don't remember today's the da-da-da. I'm like, oh, I always forget that date. Then now I know April 13th.
What were you about to say?
What were you just talking about?
Anniversary, birthdays.
Oh, yeah. Trey, Chelsea's brother, he got married on his birthday so that he couldn't forget his anniversary.
My gosh.
I'm like, that's kind of smart.
He's a simple man, dude.
Dude, happy birthday, happy anniversary.
Yeah, you're not going to forget your own birthday, so
you
should always remember that.
You're like, oh, crap, I got married this day, too. I mean, hey, you got to do whatever works.
It's crazy over here because, like, you know, we're friends with a lot of people, you know, like our close friends. So, like, birthdays are supposed to be special. So, like, you know, every year you try to not to forget. You still want to make time for that person. So, and I know things get in the way and stuff. And, like, we still haven't celebrated. Like, for example, like I used my friend Rebecca. Her birthday was back in May. And, like, we still haven't celebrated because she's been so busy. We've been busy. And so we're finally celebrating.
She was out of town for a while.
Yeah, she's been out of town. So she's like, man, I forgot about our birthday. But I was like, you know what? But I don't want to forget about celebrating you because that makes a person feel special, right?
It's just a reason for you to have a drink.
I already drank the bottle of wine I bought for you on your birthday.
Oh, dude. Crystal's got ulterior motives.
No, I had a friend, one of my friends, she was supposed to give me tequila. And she ended up didn't because she ended up drinking the bottle. That was Kimmy with my gift. She's like, hey, I left out. I think that's what she left out. I think it was because she ended up drinking or something. I'm like, well, you didn't have to tell me that. You didn't have to tell me you left something out. You know.
That's funny.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so like I said, this was fun. Like I said, but I think this is something we need to start doing, especially having some fans and friends or whatever call in. And I'm sure our friends gonna have some crazy stuff they may call in with, but it'd be a reason for this to, give us some stuff to talk about and give us some things to see our point of view on them. Like I said, we've been married a long time, happily married. We do a lot of things together, so I think we could potentially give some decent advice, or it might be funny advice. I don't know, so.
And we can play the
we can
play it right.
Yeah, because it comes to the app, and I can Bluetooth there.
Oh,
we can play
there.
their.
You can hear them ask the question.
Yeah, we can play it on here, so the people listening can hear that question, and then we
that's cool.
Then we answer it.
Oh, that's nice, and then they'll feel special.
Yeah, for them to be a part of the show. So we'll post a thing, but if you're listening still now, I'm gonna the number to call is 832-510-9643. 832-510-9643. So call in, drop us a line, ask us a question, ask for advice, anything you have. If they're good questions, and make sure don't ask about OutDaughtered. Like just maybe something we will answer, but ask whatever. Like think about it as relationship and stuff like that, marriage, kids, whatever. Get our thoughts on it.
Because we want to banter, because Happily Ever Banter.
Yeah, so we'll do that. Maybe we can have some fun with that each week.
That's right.
We should need to start sharing that number and put a little post out to where we can have people call, and we'll make a voicemail for it.
Sounds good.
I think that'd be good, man.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be. I thought people call and be funny. I'm gonna. Yeah, so it's that. Like I said, as soon as they call, it goes to voicemail. You'll hear the voicemail that we're going to drop on it, and then, get the listeners involved. Hopefully, we got quite a few people listen each week. Hopefully, they'll call in and say something, ask something. If you want to say something nice, or you got some hate, dude, let's hear it. We'll play. I'll play it.
Hate in your heart, let it out.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna ask a mean question, ask a mean question.
Yeah. If you want to ask about feet pictures, I got a rate in mind. I'm gonna hook him up. But yeah, so that's it. Episode 73, Happily Ever Banter Podcast, sponsored by Kiki Wellness and Resentials Health. I did talk to Spencer with Resentials Health, and they're working on what the company said for all the logistics to make sure they're compliant with everything, so we can do the biological age test and then do a giveaway. So. And then I talked to Dr. John. Dr. John's got there's new things going on in the weight loss and peptide world. He'll be coming in soon. Maybe we can get him in next week. Because I
tried the NAD stuff. He gave me a sample of trying the three doses.
NAD plus.
Yeah, NAD plus. Shoot, that stuff burns going in, but it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave me energy for sure. I was alert all day.
Yeah, he told me there's some new stuff coming out and that he's learning about that he wants to make sure people are aware of. So we'll have him in. I need to talk to him this week. Maybe we can get him in for the next episode because he was talking about wanting to get in soon, so we can talk about some stuff with him. So other than that, thanks for listening.
We love you guys.
Yep, we love you guys.
Oh, that's right. The episode, we love you guys.
No, it's not terrible.
What? I mean, we do love you guys.
Yep, so that's a wrap. We out.